Good morning, all of you. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so all of you know the portion. Portion सबको पता है?
Yes.
Online test का? No or yes? Tell
No,
me.
ma'am.
Yesterday I told you electric current and its effects. Chapter 17. That is your portion. Clear? So the same chapter today we will revise. आज हम लोग वही chapter revise कर रहे हैं. Now, in this chapter, what we have studied previously, do you remember anything? कुछ याद है आप लोग को?
Yes, ma'am.
जो पढ़े थे उसमें कुछ याद है?
Yes, ma'am. Magnetic effects of current and magnetic electromagnet and magnetic effects of current.
Yes.
Electric fuses.
We have first of all
Advantage and disadvantage of heating.
एनर्जी के बारे में हम लोग पहले डिस्कस किए थे. ये पता है ना आप लोग को? इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज ऑल्सो अ फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी.
Energy.
If we talk about energy, then we can say that energy is neither created nor destroyed and energy exists in different forms. Different forms में energy exist करता है. कौन-कौन सा form है? Heat energy, light energy, sound energy, mechanical energy, magnetic energy,
Potentially.
Potential energy.
Kinetic energy.
Yes, in mechanical we can divide it into kinetic and potential. Then here we can say that energy is transferred or energy can be transformed or it can be changed into different forms. But it will be neither created nor destroyed. In class 6, we have studied about the generation or you can say use of this energy form, and that was through the battery or cell also. ये भी पढ़े थे हम लोग क्लास 6 में, लेकिन इस चैप्टर में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी के बारे में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे. That means don't discuss among yourself. We will also, children, please don't discuss. आपस में डिस्कस करना बंद करो. Prince Kumar, your mic open. Please keep it mute. Prince Kumar. Okay. Then we have discussed that in class 6 that how this energy was created with the help of battery or cell. ये हम लोग डिस्कस किए थे उस चैप्टर में, उस क्लास में. और ये भी देखे थे कि how the different appliances work on the basis, you can say some of them work with the help of battery or cell, and some of them are appliances that we use in our day-to-day life. They are working with the help of electric current. And we require electrical energy for their, you can say, for their working. So here in this chapter, the name of certain devices or appliances are given, like electric iron, room blower, hair dryer. These are of practical use in our daily life, and the energy involved is electric current, electricity. Then electric stove, hot plate, electric fan, electric bulb, electromagnet, electric bell. These all are the devices which are working with the help of electric current. Electric current के help से हम लोग इसको इस devices का use करते हैं. Then this is the starting of the lesson, in which you are going to know about. In class 6 also you have learnt about the symbols, but much elaborate is there. And here we will see that the symbols are given for different devices, so that when you are making this इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लो शीट डायग्राम जब डायग्राम बनाओगे तो यू आर नॉट वेरी मच कंफर्टेबल इन ड्राइंग इट विद द हेल्प ऑफ द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द डिवाइस के स्ट्रक्चर को ड्रॉ करके हाँ स्ट्रक्चर को ड्रॉ करना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है. For that, we are using, to make it more convenient, we are using certain symbols. हम लोग symbols use करते हैं. और symbols में आपका ये जो chapter में page number 248 में जितना भी symbols दिया हुआ है, that is very important, and you should know the symbols. That for cell, what symbol we are using, battery, connecting wire, bulb, lamp, electric switch. Then you will you might have this question that what is this utility. जब आप आगे चल के इसका डायग्राम बनाओगे सर्किट का, तो उसमें आपको इसकी यूटिलिटी समझना है. ठीक है. Now, the scientist named as Joule, he gave us a different number of experiments. He proved that there are heating effects produced when the electric current is supplied in any device. और वो heating effect कैसे होता है? How does it take place? when does it increase or decrease. These are the factors he explained during the his experiment. And what conclusion he came across? He came across that the strength of the current through the wire means the heat produced in a particular device depends on these factors: the strength of the current through the wire, the nature and material and length and thickness of the given wire, and the time for which electric current flows through the given wire. These
Wire.
are the factors on which the electric the heat produced in a particular device depend upon. तो सबसे पहला क्या है? स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ करंट. स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ करंट कैसे डिसाइड होगा ये बताओ.
Strength
क्या
of
ऐसा
battery.
होता है कि किसी में ज्यादा करंट की जरूरत होती है और किसी डिवाइस में कम करंट की जरूरत होती है? ऐसा
Yes,
होता है
ma'am.
या नहीं होता?
Yes, ma'am.
होता है.
होता है.
होता है.
जितना जितना पावरफुल सोर्स उसमें या मोटर या उसमें सप्लाई लाइन होगा, मतलब उसको रिक्वायर्ड होगा, उतना ही ज्यादा उसमें हीट प्रोड्यूस्ड होगा, उसका स्ट्रेंथ. और वो डिपेंड करेगा किस पर? उसके वायर पर. उसको उसमें अगर हमको ज्यादा पावरफुल करंट जनरेट करना है, इफ यू हैव टू जनरेट मोर करंट, then we have to put more powerful wire in it. और उसका length and thickness should also be decided. The time for which electric current flows through the wire. कितने टाइम तक उस वायर के थ्रू इलेक्ट्रिक करंट फ्लो कर सकता है, मीन्स उसका ये वायर का कैपेबिलिटी कितना है, उसका ड्यूरेबिलिटी कितना है, कितना स्ट्रेंथ है. Then to examine that this heating effect depend on these factors, what I have said just now, we are going to do one experiment. इस experiment में हम लोग क्या करेंगे? First we will take
A piece of nichrome wire about 10.
a piece of nichrome wire which should be 10 centimeter long, tie it with in between two nails, because nail is made up of iron and it is a good conductor, and make a simple circuit. You can see the circuit here, and in this circuit what all devices are connected? क्या क्या device connect हुआ है? Wire है, then
Bulb.
Bulb.
Bulb, nail, nichrome wire.
हाँ, और एक cell है, not battery, cell is there. Then you will see that when it is connected with the cell, then it is supplying electric current and the bulb is glowing. Clear? It is because the resistance of the wire supplying current in the circuit is negligible, while that of the bulb and the nichrome wire is not. Remember that the current flowing through the entire circuit is the same. Now, here what you have to do? First you had taken one cell. Now after that, to increase the strength of the circuit के strength को increase करने के लिए क्या करेंगे हम लोग? We have to put battery in. तो बैटरी से ज्यादा पावरफुल अगर सेल में तो एक ही सेल होता है, बैटरी में नंबर ऑफ सेल्स होता है. तो if you have to increase the amount of current produced in it, then you have to replace it with the help of a battery, which is a combination of two or three cells. Now connect it to the battery and connect it first to the positive and negative terminal. What will happen? The nichrome wire now gets red hot. Nichrome wire red hot हो जाएगा and it will be heated more quickly. वो ज़्यादा heat होकर ज़्यादा जल्दी भी heat हो जाएगा. और this will show that when you are producing or when you are supplying more current to it, means through this battery combination of cell, then you will see that the strength has increased. Strength of that particular circuit has increased, and in that way we can conclude that the heat produced depends upon the strength of the current and the resistance of the electric wire. So what conclusion we can draw through this activity? That when we are going to increase the strength through increasing the cell with the battery, we can prove that this activity can prove that the heat produced inside that circuit can be more if the strength of that circuit has been increased by the cell, replaced by the cell. Instead of cell, if we are using a battery. Clear? Till here, any problem to anybody? किसी को कोई दिक्कत?
No, ma'am.
एक क्वेश्चन आपका यहाँ पर क्लियर है कि अगर दिस आई थिंक आपके क्वेश्चन आंसर में भी है क्या ये वाला? नो, बट यू कीप इन माइंड कि इफ वी आर गोइंग टू, हाउ कैन, on what factors does the heat produced in a given wire depend upon? तो ये जो तीनों पॉइंट आपका यहाँ दिया हुआ है, ये तीनों पॉइंट आप उसमें लिखो, ठीक है? Now, after that, advantage and disadvantage of heating effect of current. दोनों है, आपको advantage भी है heating effect से और disadvantage. What are the advantages? When you are going to connect this circuit through a coil, then suppose you can see this arrangement in your electric heater. Electric heater में ये arrangement आप देख सकते हो क्योंकि वो open coil होता है, ठीक है? लेकिन आप ये जो coil system is there in all the gadgets which produce heat or generate heat on supplying electric current. जैसे कि आपका ये इलेक्ट्रिक वाटर हीटर होता है, इलेक्ट्रिक केटल होता है. These all have that same structure inside, but it is not open. It is in a closed seal, so we cannot see. लेकिन इलेक्ट्रिक हीटर में वो हम हीटिंग इफेक्ट देख सकते हैं, जिसमें हमारा करंट सप्लाई के बाद पूरा सर्किट जो है वो रेड हॉट हो जाता है. So this is the advantage in which the heat is generated through the supplying of electric current and we can feel that heat. आप ये चीज इलेक्ट्रिक रूम हीटर में भी देख सकते हो. देखते हो ना, अभी विंटर में हम लोग हीटर क्या करते हैं, जब ऑन करते हैं तो वो रेड हॉट हो जाता है. It becomes red hot, and this red hot is it will depend upon the amount of heat supplied to it and the strength of the coil also. ठीक है? Then, but what happens in your electric bulb? जब आप इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब लेते हो तो क्या इलेक्ट्रिक बल्ब आपको रेड हॉट दिखता है?
No, ma'am, it's white hot. White hot.
That becomes white hot because it has to spread light energy. वो आपको light energy देगा. That is why it is white hot. And when the electric current flows through the metal filament of the bulb, it gets heated to a very high temperature, but then also it is not becoming red, but it is white hot, and there are, however, some serious practical disadvantage of heating effect of current. What are these are the advantage that some become red hot and white hot according to our necessity. हमारे necessity के हिसाब से वो रेड हॉट हो रहा है क्योंकि वहां पर हमको क्या चाहिए, ज्यादा हीट एनर्जी चाहिए, इसलिए वो रेड हॉट होकर हमको ज्यादा पावर दे रहा है किसी चीज को हीट करने में. लेकिन जहां हमको लाइट एनर्जी चाहिए, जहां हीटिंग हमको उतना नहीं चाहिए, वहां ये स्प्रेडिंग ऑफ लाइट के लिए अगर हम हीट कर रहे हैं, देन इट इज थ्रू वाइट हॉट. क्लियर? नाउ व्हाट आर द डिसएडवांटेजेस ऑफ हीटिंग इफेक्ट ऑफ करंट? डिसएडवांटेजेस ये है कि हीट विच इज generated in the transmitting or current which is electric current which is generated in the transmitting wires, that which is some of which a part of it, means you can say a substantial part of it is radiated in the atmosphere. So that is a disadvantage in which the energy is wasted. वहाँ energy utilize नहीं हो रहा. This is an unwanted loss of electrical energy. Electrical energy का unwanted loss है, and we can adopt other methods also to minimize this loss of heat. And the heating effect of current is also capable of breaking the insulation of different wiring devices. Clear? Then,
Yes, ma'am.
if we are going to use tungsten wire in the metal, which is a metal filament, which is used in the bulb, then that is used because, why do we use tungsten wire? Why not nichrome wire?
Because it has a
उसका high melting point. This is the quality of tungsten wire. टंगस्टन वायर का ये क्वालिटी होता है, इसी के लिए हम लोग टंगस्टन वायर यूज करते हैं, नॉट द नाइक्रोम वायर. व्हाट इज इट्स क्वालिटी? इट हैज अ वेरी हाई मेल्टिंग पॉइंट. When
When current
current passes through it, it becomes white hot and glows brightly for a long time, and it is quite stable and has a long life vis-a-vis burnout or possible oxidation.
oxidization.
These are the, you can say, qualities of tungsten wire. That is why it is used in the bulb filament.
Bulb filament.
Anybody wants to ask anything? कुछ पूछना है?
No, ma'am.
ओके, ठीक है. अब आप लोग इसको थोड़ा रीड आउट करिए.
Ma'am, ma'am, may I?
देखो, दो कंपैरिजन आपका डू यू नो में है जो आपको लर्न करना है, और वो दोनों ये है कि नाइक्रोम वायर रेड हॉट होता है, इसलिए उसको हम लोग इसमें कॉइल्स में यूज करते हैं, हीटिंग कॉइल में. और बल्ब फिलामेंट का कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ये है कि ये ज्यादा ड्यूरेबल है. दैट इज व्हाई वी आर यूजिंग इन द दिस टंगस्टन वायर इन द बल्ब. ओके,
Bulb
so
filament.
you all learn both this reasons. दोनों रीजन को आप लोग पढ़ लीजिएगा, ठीक है? And both
Chapters.
are given in do you know. You don't think that do you know is not important, because two questions may arise from this do you know. Why do we use nichrome wire in the heating of the coils, and why do we use the metal filament in the this tungsten wire in the bulb as a bulb filament? ये दोनों क्वेश्चन इंपॉर्टेंट, ठीक है? अब इसको थोड़ा रीड करो.
Chapter Ma'am, can I?
Omkar, every day you will get the chance.
Ma'am, can I?
Huh?
Ma'am, can I? Ma'am, can I?
Who is the- tell your name.
Ma'am, Kumar Ansu.
अंशु तो एक दिन और पढ़ा है. और कोई? Anybody else? Come forward. आगे आओ. आदर्श कुमार 7A, are you there? Ananya Singh. Ananya Singh is there in the class?
No one.
Ma'am, I want to read.
Who is there? Tell your name.
Ma'am, Sarika.
Okay, पढ़ो.
Ma'am, from the starting,
From starting.
we all know that energy in nature exists in very many different forms. Heat energy, light energy, sound energy, mechanical energy, magnetic energy, and electrical energy are some of the well-known forms of energy. We also know that these different forms of energy can be transferred from one form to another. Out of these, electricity is now perhaps the most widely used and indispensable form of energy. We have already learned in class 6 that a battery or an electric cell is a source of electric current. In an electric cell, chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. We now use many electrical appliances in our day-to-day life, where we find electrical energy getting converted into heat, chemical, light, sound, or magnetic energy.
Yes, next
We thus,
bit.
we thus realize that energy changes involving electricity play an important role in our day-to-day life. It has become almost impossible for us to think of a life without electricity. We have also learned in class 6 that some common electric components can be represented by their electric symbols. We give below symbols of some devices paths used in electric currents. Circuits. We have
Circuit. It is
circuits.
circuit, beta.
We have already talked in class 6 about the need and advantages of using these symbols in electrical circuits. Heating effect of electric current. It is a common experience that when an electric current flows through the filament of an electric toaster, the wires of the filament soon become red hot. It follows that a flow of current can produce heat. This is known as the Joule's heating effect of electric current. Joule did a number of experiments to find the factors which affect the amount of heat produced in a given coil. He found that the heat produced in a given wire depends on the strength of the current through the wire, the nature of the material, and the length and thickness of the given wire, the time for which electric current flows through the given wire. Let us examine through an activity the factors on which the heating effect of an electric current depends. Activity 2.
Anybody
Ma'am,
else wants to read?
Yes,
हम
ma'am.
can
हाँ ठीक है, कौन है?
Ma'am, Srishti.
Tell your Srishti. Read it.
Activity 2. Take a piece of nichrome wire about 10 centimeter long and tie it between two nails. Make a simple circuit as shown in the adjoining diagram. All the current. Allow the current to
Allow the current, beta.
flow through the nichrome wire for some time. What do we observe? The bulb glows up, the nichrome wire get heated up, but the connecting wire supplying current to the circuit are particularly not heated up at all. Practically not heated up at all. It is so because the resistance of wire supplying current to the circuit is negligible, while that of the bulb and the nichrome wire is not. Remember that the circuit flow through the entire current flow through the entire circuit is the same. Replace the cell by a battery. Combination of two cells, two or three cells in the circuit. Recall two terminals of the cells are connected together to form a battery. To take a battery, we connect the positive terminal of one cell to the negative terminal of the other cell, and so on. What happened now? The nichrome wire get red hot, and that too more quickly. This shows that the heat produced has increased with an increase in the strength of the current through the wire. We can therefore conclude that the heat produced depend upon strength of electric current and the resistance of the electric wire. Advantages and disadvantages of heating effect of current. We put the heating effect of current to many use in our daily life. Devices like electric heater, geyser, electric kettle, and electric iron all depend upon the heating effect of current for these works. All these appliances contain a heating coil, usually made up of nichrome wire known as its element. We all must have seen the heating coil in an electric heater used for cooking, or that is a room heater. When any such appliances is switched on, a large amount of heat is produced in this heating coil. The heating coil became red hot and give out heat energy, which is put to practical use.
Ma'am,
Do
can
you
I?
know?
Okay, next.
Ma'am, can I
Yeah,
Rishabh?
Can I read? Kumar.
पढ़ो,
Ma'am,
read
Rishabh.
it. Rishabh.
Do you know? Ma'am, do you know भी पढ़ना है ना?
Yes, yes.
Do you know nichrome, an alloy of nickel and chromium, is used for making wires of heating coils because first, it has high melting point, second, it has high resistivity, and third, it can remain red hot for a long time without getting oxidized or burning out. The heating effect of current can also be used in electric bulbs for producing light energy. When electric current flows through the metal filament of the bulb, it gets heated to a very high temperature. It then becomes white hot and start emitting light. There are, however, some serious practical disadvantages of the heating effect of current. When electricity is transmitted from the generating stations to the consumers, the heat produced in the transmitting wires gets wasted as it is simply radiated into the atmosphere. This is an unwanted loss of electrical energy. We, of course, adopt ways and means to minimize this loss. The heating effect of electric current is also capable of breaking the insulation of different wirings devices. Do you know the metal filament of electric bulb is usually made up of tungsten wire? Tungsten is used because first it has a high melting point. Second, when current passes through it, it becomes white hot and glow brightly for a long time. Third, it is quietly stable and has a long life, vis-a-vis mm, burnout or possible oxidation.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I?
Now
Ma'am,
the reading is completed. Huh? What I was asking that till here आपको कितने तरह का questions इससे frame कर सकते हो? दो तो इसी पेज में है 250 में. First is why nichrome wire is used in heating coils, and second, why is the metal filament in electric bulb made up of nichrome wire? ये आपको must है याद करना. You have to learn these two answers. Then
Ma'am, describe the disadvantages of the heating effect of current.
describe the disadvantages of heating of effect of current. हाँ. And
Why is tungsten used in electric bulbs?
that I have told you just now. ये तो हम अभी बोले ही हैं कि why. What was your question? Once again tell.
Why is tungsten used in electric bulbs?
That I have told. ये दो question तो हम आपको बोले do you know से कि why is the nichrome wire used in the heating coils, and second is why tungsten wire is used in the metal filament of bulb, and what are the disadvantages of heating effect of current. ये तीन क्वेश्चन आपको 250 पेज का ही इम्पोर्टेंट है. उसके बाद आपको what is the difference between red hot and white hot, and where these two phenomena are used. red hot और white hot phenomenon कहाँ use होता है. तो और उसका why is it necessary over there, वहाँ necessary क्यों है वो.